Hi guys, I'm here today to talk about marketing strategies from tobacco companies. So tobacco companies like to target youth, mostly ages 13 to 20, and they do it in very sneaky ways, such as social media. So social media, like Instagram and Snapchat, there's advertisements, and celebrities will be sponsored by like e-cigarette companies and make it seem all nice and cool when in reality it's not. And another way that tobacco companies like to market to youth, or to anybody at least, is claiming that vaping is better than smoking, whenever vaping is actually just as dangerous, even maybe more dangerous than smoking is. Because, well, first of all, vapes were not made for the reason that most people are using them. Most kids are using them because they're trendy and cool, and everyone else is using it, so why can't they? When in reality it was created to help people stop their addiction from smoking. It has nicotine in it, which is the addictive part, so that it's honestly just as bad. And there's even worse chemicals in it that have been linked to like lung disease and stuff. And yes, smoking causes like lung cancer, but also smoking, like the lung cancer thing, that takes years. Like you can be smoking from the age of 30 to 60 and you don't start seeing those results till 60. Which there's different cases, but that's how it usually works. You smoke for a really, really long time, and then later on in your life is whenever you start seeing the effects from that. When vaping, as it's been seen in the news, there's lots of teens who are being hospitalized and they're being hooked on ventilators, and some teens are even dying in the past like 6 months from vaping. And vaping's been a trend for about a year and a half or 2 years, I think since like 2017. And so that's just showing how long it takes for these teens to die from it, when smoking takes a lot longer. And don't get me wrong, smoking is definitely still bad. Would not recommend doing it. But vaping is not a safer alternative, and so therefore you should do neither. And so another thing that tobacco companies do to market is they do the flavors. So you have flavors like mango and mint and fruity pebbles even. Like there's a lot of different flavors that sound like they'd be really good, so teens are like, oh yeah, I'll try that, when in reality that's the only good thing about e-cigarettes. There's really nothing good about them. It's just they have these things that seem appealing and make teens want to do them. Because if you didn't have these flavors, then teens wouldn't want just to suck on a flash drive with air in it. They'd be like, okay, what's cool about that? But now that you have these flavors, teens are more interested in it. So that's what tobacco companies like to do, and that, like, they like to make it seem appealing, more appealing than it actually is, and they like to hide the facts of the danger behind it. And so, although all this is happening, and lots of teens are getting a hold of it, there has been a law passed, I think recently this past September, that changed the legal age to buy tobacco from 18 years old to 21. So, no high school age kid is legally allowed to have tobacco products. And they used to be able to. So it was easy for tobacco products to get into a high school and to be shown to all the other kids. Like an 18-year-old could go buy a whole bunch of Juul pods for their little freshman friend, 14 years old today. And now that has been like eliminated, that legal process, which teens are probably still able to get Juuls and e-cigarettes if they really wanted to, like if they try. But this definitely takes it a lot, makes the chances of them being able to buy that a lot smaller. And so it's good that that law was passed. It helps a lot. And so yeah, that's just a few facts about tobacco companies, and I hope that I educated you and that you have been made more aware of their tactics to target the youth, and hope you don't get targeted. Yes. Thanks for watching.